Hello everybody, welcome to the live stream. This is live number 105, I believe. Great to be with you. Let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from. It's always interesting reading all the different corners of the world that we come from to share the joy of music. So hope you enjoy this tune. This is called Promised Land. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me if I walk straight as a crow across the desert sand, there I will find my zen and flow. It'll take me on to the promised land. Take me on to the promised land. Tell me there's a bubbling brook ahead where I can wash these hands. Tell me there's a scroll in the river's bed. It'll take me on to the promised land. Take me on to the promised land. Promised land. All the ways I can reach you. Promised land. All the ways that can breach you. Turning up every stone for a feeling I've always known. Tell me there were words that I could speak as I fold my hands. Tell me if the bishop or the sheik can take me on to the promised land. Take me on to the promised land. Here we go. Promised land. All the ways that can reach you. Promised land. All the ways that can breach you. Turning up every stone for a feeling I've always known. Tell me if the moon hanging low tonight can help me understand the nature of my eternal flight as I search on for the promised land. As I search on for the promised land. As I search on for the promise. Promised land. I hope you enjoyed that tune. It's a newest song of mine. I wrote it a number of months ago and still trying to work it into my show and figure out all the ways to make it pop and sparkle and have all the cool things that I look for in a song to perform. Alright, so let me know in the comments if you have any requests. I see them swinging by. Rob says, make sure to hit the like button for Joe. Yes, please do hit that like button if you don't mind. And do share this video if you enjoy what you hear and you want more people to hear it. I wanted to let you all know that my coaching community is currently open, but this is the final day that you can join. If you're a guitar player and you're looking for a real clear path and a wonderful community of students to learn beside, then my coaching community is really a very unique and cool membership. So if you're interested in it at all, I really encourage you to check it out. There's a full 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like it for whatever reason, you can even join for 1 month. The price is $27 a month, and like I said, you can cancel anytime. You can get a refund if you don't like it, and the next time I open the community, the price will be higher. So now is a great time to join if you're interested in that program. Basically, I lay out a 5-stage success path within the community. Stage 1 is getting your technique together. So working on getting your left hand to be fretting the notes with perfectly relaxed technique. And there's some specific exercises that I have to accomplish that. With the right hand, we work on some fingerstyle techniques, some patterns that are kind of part and parcel of all fingerstyle guitar playing, regardless of genre, and developing that independence, and also flat picking, so alternate picking, because I also do a lot of that. In fact, some of my most popular videos are actually me playing electric guitar flat picking. So I'm kind of somewhat considered a fingerstyle player, but I also play single line playing, and I teach that a lot in the community. So that's stage 1 is the technique, getting your practicing together, getting your just these basic technical foundations to be dialed in with some specific, clear, and easy to practice exercises. Stage 2 is the repertoire stage, and there are dozens and dozens of songs to choose from in this community. I probably have over 60 different songs that are all broken down into multiple part videos. In many songs, I'll teach the rhythm, I'll teach the melody, I'll teach how to solo, I'll teach the chords, and explain how they all fit together and how to approach it. It's very, very detailed. If you know anything about me, you know that I really take a lot of care in everything I do. I am kind of an overachiever when it comes to what I try to accomplish on the guitar, and this community is very much reflective of that mindset of trying to do the absolute best job I can. Everything is shot in 4K video. It's crystal clear, and frankly, there's not a lot that's comparable out there. And if you're like one of many people who has been learning guitar on YouTube and whatnot, I feel like it's an amazing time for learning and being an autodidact, but I feel like it was easier 5 years ago when there was less crap on the internet. I feel like the internet has become kind of this cesspool of rubbish. There's so much distracting crap out there. And if you join the membership, you'll find a carefully curated library of videos and really great songs to learn. A real key to developing your repertoire is choosing great songs, firstly, and secondly, choosing songs that are well arranged. And if you take one-on-one guitar lessons with a teacher, then they'll have songs that they've arranged to be easy for the student to learn. And that's really what you're getting. You're getting them directing you and teaching you a repertoire. And that's what I provide within this community. Stage 3 is about experience. It's about playing songs for others. And we have a live room, and there are regular meetups with other members of the community. And you can go live and play for your peers. You don't have to play for me. You don't have to play for other people who are advanced players. You're playing for your peers. You're playing for people who are on the same path as you. I feel like I'm on that same path, by the way. But I've just been on it for a while with a very obsessive one-track focus. But there are beginner players in the community, there are intermediate players, there are advanced players, and everyone is very friendly, very encouraging. And like I said, stage 3 is about experience, playing your songs for people. It's also about learning how to improvise, learning the fretboard. I have lessons on triads, I have lessons on double stops, I have lessons on all the scales that I recommend you start learning, and I have backing tracks for you to play along with. all the information you could want. Stage 4 is about creativity. It's about arranging and writing your own songs. And I have masterclasses on arranging, masterclasses on songwriting. This is something that I really enjoy, and I really encourage others to experience what it's like to create something. It's a really beautiful thing, and everyone's first songs or first arrangements sound a little bit predictable. They sound a little bit uninspired, and it takes a while before you can just learn how to frame an idea so that it's different and unique and beautiful and special and has all the magic that you hear in your favorite music. So that's stage 4, and stage 5 is the legacy stage. It's all about recording an album. It's about teaching others. It's about giving back, and it's about building an audience. So if that success path sounds like the kind of framework that is going to work for you, I hope you'll give the coaching community a chance. I can tell you this, it's a lot cheaper than taking one-on-one lessons with me, which I don't even offer. Actually, I don't teach people one-on-one. This coaching community is a better way for me to lead a larger group of students. And like I said, I open the doors of this community at specific times, and it's a way for me to manage the size of this community, because if it grows out of hand, then people don't benefit as much. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking and play some more songs. But do check it out if you're interested, because today's the last day it's open. Are you willing to get started with Shopify dropshipping but don't know how to scale up your e-commerce business? Blah, blah, blah. We have so many spam comments on Facebook these days. I don't know what's up with that. Horrific. Luke says, Joe, can you play questions? It's one of my favorites. Thank you for that request. I actually can't really play questions. It's from my 2011 album, Let Me Introduce You. And I never really worked it up into a solo arrangement. But I appreciate the request. Rob says, can you please play Fiji? I can play Fiji. Genevieve, my wife, is kind of moderating here and deleting a lot of the spam comments. But they keep coming up. Which guitar should I play? I think I'll play the Maton. I have a McPherson guitar here as well. But the Maton's a bit easier to play right now. Here we go. This is Fiji for Rob. Here we go. There it is, Fiji. Thanks very much for the request. You know, there was a fellow who posted in the community this morning, and he's from Kazakhstan. And he shared a video of a song, and it was so beautiful, and it had so much fire and passion. I found it inspiring, and I thought, man, I want to play with fire and passion like that, because I never want to mail it in. I think that's the enemy of music, is just that kind of feeling of just mailing it in. So, yeah, thanks for the inspiration, my friend. Do you have any requests out there? Rob says, thanks, Joe, you rock. I appreciate it, Rob. Joe, can you please play Signé by Clapton? I don't know how to pronounce that song, but I did learn it many years ago. It goes... let me just tune up really quick here. It goes a little something like this. This is off the Unplugged album. See if I can remember it. There we go. Something like that. I should brush up on that because it's a beautiful piece of music. Jean says, Joe, I lost a lifelong friend last week to cancer. I'm so sorry for your loss. He loved music, and the last time I got to spend with him was when I took him to your concert in Illinois last November. He had never heard you before. That's really, really touching. Thank you very much for sharing. I'm so sorry for your loss. That was a great night in Illinois. Yeah, I hope to be back in that part of the world before too long. Yeah, music is an amazing thing that brings people together. I'm constantly amazed by the power of it. Are you working on any new arrangements, Joe? Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been as prolific with arranging as I might ideally like to be. I'll read you my list of arrangements. There's about 30 of them that I kind of hope to get to soon. Can't Help Falling in Love. Wild Mountain Time, the Irish song. I really love that song. Fly Me to the Moon, Sultans of Swing. I got a cool arrangement of that. It's been bubbling away for a while. I just got to finish it and get it to be really dialed in. The Water is Wide, Stomping at the Savoy, Jealous Guy, St. James Infirmary Blues, Desperado, Your Song, Bridge Over Troubled Water. There's so many good songs. Truthfully, sometimes I'll arrange songs because they're popular. And I know that there's a lot of people trying to learn these songs. And I feel like that sometimes you find a song and you will realize that there's not a great arrangement available. With many of those songs, there are. Some of my friends have arranged some of those, for example. But I like to provide arrangements as kind of a service to the guitar community. Just maybe you're looking for a really nice way to play a song like Tears in Heaven as an instrumental, and I have a version which plays the melody at the same time as Eric Clapton's parts, and it's kind of a nice, not too difficult way of playing that beautiful song for somebody out there who doesn't want to sing it. So those are some of the arrangement ideas that I'm working on. But truthfully, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter stream tonight because we just had a delivery of an excavator, and after this stream, I'm going to go out there and strap myself in and start digging up some ground with the excavator. It's just a small one. You don't need to worry about me toppling it over or something. It's very flat land here. But that's, the excavator is a little more exciting to me than a new guitar pedal or a new guitar right now. I'm not sure what that says about me. I think I've come to a place with my gear acquisition syndrome of always looking for a new instrument, a new sound, and I have more varied interests now. But I really do love arranging songs and writing songs, and I think that'll always be a big part of how I channel my creative energies. One suggestion: "Wade on the Water." Oh, that's a good one. Some of those songs are very good to arrange because they're public domain and you don't need to pay any royalties. All right. Well, I'll play another tune. And just a reminder to anyone who's just joining us, I have a virtual tip jar set up for these live streams. And if you enjoy the music and you want to leave a tip, I say thank you very much. It's never required for admission to the show, but I appreciate it if anyone does decide to leave a tip. And my coaching community is open for one more day. So if you're interested in joining a really amazing and engaged body of students who are at every level of their learning journey with a guitar, as you can imagine, then I really encourage you to check out the coaching community because it's something that I'm immensely proud of, and it's only open for one more day. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee if you don't like it, so there's no risk to you, and I know you're going to find it to be a really cool and unique way to not only learn the guitar, but really develop your craft. So do check that out. It's linked in the description. Okay. I'm going to play a beautiful song by Sting called Fields of Gold. And I'm going to try it on an electric guitar. I should be able to find the words here. Oh, I should be more organized with my words. Apologies for this. Well, I'll just make them up. I should be able to get most of them. Here we go. When the west wind moves among the fields of barley, you forget the sun in his jealous sky as we walk in fields of gold. So she took her love for to gaze a while among the fields of barley. In his arms she fell as her head came down among the fields of gold. Will you stay with me? Will you be my love? Among the fields of barley, we'll forget the sun in his jealous sky as we walk in fields of gold. So she took her love for to gaze a while among the fields of barley. In his arms she fell as her head came down among the fields of gold. I never made promises lightly, and there have been some that I've broken, but I swear in the days still left, we'll walk in fields of gold. We'll walk in fields of gold. See the west wind move like a lover's soul among the fields of barley. Feel her body rise as you kiss her mouth among the fields of gold. Just seeing if you're paying attention. Many years have passed since those summer days among the fields of barley. See the children run as the sun goes down among the fields of gold. Among the fields of gold. Among the fields of gold. Interesting comments coming in. Someone said, you don't play the same as you did 6 months ago. And I'm going to assume that that's a compliment, because I like to think that I'm always improving and always growing and becoming more mature in my musical craft. Sometimes maturity is not a good thing. And sometimes I listen back to younger me and think, oh, there was some abandon in the way I used to play, that sometimes you can kind of lose track of that. But yeah, that's the wonderful thing about music, is part of the way I approach practicing and working on my craft is with very deliberate and granular practice. And so when I'm in that state of working on what I do, I can kind of lose perspective of the forest from the trees kind of thing. And you make a lot of progress, but you don't really realize it because you're just focused on the minutia. And I think that's a good thing. I think it's good to be focused on the details, and for other people to remark, wow, you've really grown and you've really developed your music. Anyway. Oh, Karen says, I enjoyed you better as a kid. All right, it wasn't a compliment. Well, you're welcome to listen to me back then. All right, I'm going to do one more song, and then I'm going to wish you all a good evening. You got the perfect name, Karen. Sorry. Here's a song I used to play when I was a kid. This one's just for you. Good fun. Michael says, what Maiden has Joe got? Is this his signature model? What Maiden 808 would you recommend for intermediate players? Yep, Michael, this is my signature model Maiden. It's a great guitar, and it's just a really playable, wonderful instrument that I absolutely recommend. Otherwise, I wouldn't have agreed to put my name on it. It's a pretty standard 808. Maiden's 808 series are very consistent, and the main differences are the tone woods. This guitar has different frets in it. So, of course, the guitar I'd recommend is my signature model. But if you have a local Maiden dealer, and when I say local, sometimes you have to travel to another city to find a dealer with these guitars. But if you find a guitar in there that you liked, then maybe that's your instrument. I always think it's best, well, it's ideal to play an instrument in person to know if you really connect with it, if it's the right one. And I always recommend having your instrument set up by a great luthier. And the playability of your instrument is very important. And oftentimes when guitars come from the factory, the setup is not quite the way that we might want it for fingerstyle playing. Happy and safe digging. Everyone's wishing me good digging. I think you can sense that I'm ready to go out there and start tearing up the ground with the excavator. Dave says, Joe, does it have a micro adjustable saddle? It does not. There are two hex screws here, and that's for adjusting the pickup. So if you want to remove the pickup, I believe you can do that with these hex saddles. I've never adjusted them. I do have, on one particular Maiden I have, it's a bit of a lighter build, so it's a little more susceptible to temperature change, and I have a winter and a summer bridge for that one. So I had a second bridge cut that's just a little bit higher, and I'll put that in the winter when the humidity is very low, and the neck will, well, the whole guitar will kind of start to fret out a little bit. But other than that, I just have this regular saddle, and I don't adjust the bridge. I'll adjust the truss rod if the neck starts to bow at all, which on this guitar, I don't think I've adjusted it at all. It's really solid, but I have a couple other Maidens that are a little more sensitive to the weather. Just it depends on the guitar, and of course you get to know your instrument, and you get to feel when it's not quite dialed in just the way you want it. So anyway, I said that was going to be my last song, and it is. So I hope you all have a great rest of your week. I wish you all the best. It's my birthday next week. I'm turning 32, so there you go. Alessandro says, do you mind singing some song in Spanish? You know what? I really wish I could. That is a great request. I would if I could. All right. Curtis says, you've been a huge influence on my guitar playing. Thanks for all you do. I appreciate that, Curtis. Thank you for appreciating what I do. And I certainly feel like I'm standing on the shoulders of all the people who have mentored and influenced me. And I was shown so much generosity by the musicians who really changed my life. And it fills me with a great sense of satisfaction, to fulfillment, to continue and spread that generosity and encourage people, and hopefully send people down a road that has worked for me musically and that I've seen help others. So that's my goal. All right. Be well, everybody. Take good care. Thanks again.